Yes, I did see on there discussion about renaming the Rocky Mountain Arsenal. So don't panic, citizens. This is not something that we are generating. There is some question now. There is a question. Someone wants it renamed. And just for the record, I'm going to be opposing this dramatically. And I did float a few things, other thoughts with some other folks, like the new visitor center. However, citizens of Commerce City were absolutely opposed to that since we paid for the land. But the old visitor center, the historic old site, and maybe even that lake there would be appropriate. So I was wondering if it would be appropriate that we add that to the resolution that we are making, that the name must remain the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge. Council?
You have a different comment, correct? Okay. So I'll come back to you. I know you're on there. Mr. Jacob.
I'm not sure whether everybody realizes exactly what Councilwoman Drotter is speaking about. There has been a suggestion to name the Rocky Mountain Arsenal the Pat Schroeder Rocky Mountain Arsenal, and I think that's what you're opposing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that in the corner of my ear one day on the radio, and I'm going, how can that happen? So
Well,
I don't have a problem asking.
There is a definite move to put that before Congress.
The one person in the state that opposed more military help than anybody should not be named Rocky Mountain Arsenal.
Well, the one person
Personally, for me,
the one person that sold 1 square mile to the city of Denver for $1, and we had to pay for ours.
No. So anyway, if that's what you're asking and suggesting, that
Yes.
making everybody aware of what you're saying, then I don't have a problem with actually putting a resolution to our representatives when we're out there to oppose making that the Pat Schroeder Rocky Mountain Wildlife Refuge.
Mr. Mayor, if I could,
Mr. Chairman.
two points. I forgot to mention that each one of these issues will have what we call a white paper, a one-page description of the issue. So those points will be made, and so that's also the opportunity for the council to give us direction on. That's a great example that we can make sure is reflected in the white paper.
Well, also I wanted it, if possible, if the council would agree to this, to add this to our resolution of protection of the property.
So, and I'm not quite sure what you're asking. You're asking that it not change at all, or just may not change for Ms. Schroeder?
Oh, absolutely never change it. It's the 62-year history. It cannot be changed. And the earliest references to the Rocky Mountains are in a photograph of 1862 of the Rocky Mountains from that vantage point.
Just a small thought is I know that there's a few people who still live here in Commerce City who have a lot to do with this being what it is today. If their names were attached to it, I don't think that many of us would have many objections. Or if it was a more associated name, it would be similar to what they did to the Bronco Stadium. If you're just adding a name to what's already there, I could see the honoring of an individual, but it would have to be somebody extremely.
Well, there were too many people thrown off the property to pick one.
I know, but I don't want to go in with this is the only way we're going to do it, because.
Well, that's the only suggestion. That there is only one suggestion before us, and that is the Pat Schroeder or the Rocky Mountain Arsenal.
Okay. Other comments on that topic?
I would fully support Mr. Schroeder. I think the key is that there have been too many folks touched over the history of the Rocky Mountain National Wildlife Arsenal to call out one person, much less that individual versus everyone else that's been affected by or involved in bringing it to where it is today. So I would absolutely support that.
Okay. Other comments? Okay, that's fine. Flannery, you somehow include that in there.
Mayor, we word these things and respectfully, and we say
Yes, this is very respectful.
oppose or don't support or something like that, so.
Thank you so very much.